Hey ho, I've been thinking a lot about people who are living and people who are existing. And I've just got back from China and there was a whole lot of living happened over there. There was a whole lot of fucking saying yes to the dress, just go yes to the coat, yes to the dumpling. I had these gorgeous women who tried new things. They bought colours they never thought they'd wear. They ate food they've never tried before. They were being curious and they were stepping into wonder. And even coming with me, for the majority of them, I was a fucking stranger, and they jumped on a plane with me and went to a strange country on the other side of the world. Like, that is living in curiosity at its best, right? Like, I love that. And I think when you're truly living, you are exploring possibilities and you're leading with love. So everything comes from either love or fear. And if you're leading with love, you're going, oh, I'd love to do that, rather than I could never do that. So really noticing your language will help you understand whether you're leading from love or fear. And when you lead from love, it's about talking about things you love, hanging out with people you love, trying things you love, just really leaning into the love space. Rather than, oh, I could never do that. Oh, no, that would be terrible. Oh, that would be expensive. And you stop wondering and you stop being curious and you get stuck in fear. And, oh, Max is home. That's my Max just barking. That's what dogs do. They bark, don't they? And so I love the idea of living in love and living with love and living full stop. So being curious, wondering what's possible, like taking action and going, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. What do you need to say fuck it to? Being yourself rather than people pleasing, because I think existing's about having, just living the same, like repetitive conversations, living in fear, being stuck in overthinking, pleasing others, always considering everyone else before you consider yourself. So just considering, oh, I can't do that because my mother would be upset, or I can't do that because my sister would be jealous, or I can't do that because what would they say at the office, or instead of I'm going to do that because I fucking want to. And being stuck in the same is just revolving instead of evolving. And I reckon exploring new things. So I've just decided I'm going to be doing a tour, or it's actually a retreat. It's not a tour. It's a retreat. So Shanghai is not really a tour either. People say, oh, a China tour. I'm like, no, it's not a tour, and I'm not a tour guide. I'm a finder and a minder. So in China, I'm a finder and a minder. I look after you. I look out for you, and I find you shit. I find you shit that you never thought was possible for you to own. I find you shit that is so fucking exciting. You get excited when you see it. That's my job as a finder and a minder. And I'm not a tour guide because I'm not really very good at tours. Like I'm not on time. I'm not that organised. I don't like touristy shit. I don't care about landmarks. I'm not going to take you. Like everyone says to me, oh, you're going to China. Are you going to see the Great Wall? No, that's bricks. I can go to Mitre 10 and see bricks, right? I'm not actually that interested in shit like that. And I know some people love history and they love all that crap and they want to walk on I don't care. Right? I want to find cashmere. I want to find gorgeous things. I want to eat amazing food. I want to be served cocktails with fucking edible flowers sitting on them. Like, I'm all about experience. I'm not about the past. I'm about the now. So that doesn't make me a very good tour guide. So I'm going to be running a retreat in India. Now, this is very exciting and all about action. And the funny thing is, I've never been to India. So is that a bit brave? Yes. Fuck yes, that's a bit brave, taking a group to India when you've never been. But do you know what? It's not dangerous. It's not silly. The retreats it's a retreat of a week in one location. And I love that. In Shanghai, we do the same thing. We stay in extraordinary locations. I'm about extraordinary locations. I'm about extraordinary experiences. And India is going to be the same. So it's the most stunning location. It is small. It is bespoke. It is designed. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be cooking, lessons like food, all the favourite things, dancing, food. There'll be some temples. There'll be some meditating. There'll be some exploring, just all the fun stuff. We'll be looking at some spiritual energy. We'll be looking at some food, some fun, some sequins. I reckon we might even get dressed up in saris and have dinner. Wouldn't that be beautiful to all have dinner in saris? I don't know. I'll have to work out whether that's culturally appropriate. I think it is. I think that's honouring the culture because that's what we're doing. Anyway, I'll look into that. But I'm doing, so that's kind of risky and kind of new, but it's exciting, right? And with the right amount of information and prep, what can go wrong, right? We're talking 5-star. It's not going to be like we're in a backpackers on the side of the road. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So that's a whole new thing, because I was thinking, I want to step into something new. And I found the most amazing location. So anyway, it's about evolving, right? And I'm going to keep going to China because I love China and I love watching the look on people's faces, but it's not about just rinse and repeat. I don't want my life to be a fucking washing machine that just goes around and around and around the same every year. It's just boring. So it's about taking action and stepping into the living, exploring new possibilities. What would you do if you were, what would you, like, what are you not allowing yourself to wonder? What are you not allowing yourself to wonder about? Like, are you wondering, actually, I'm going to sell my business. If I did sell my business, what would I do? If I quit my job, what would I do? What's the wonder in there? I'm constantly wondering. And I love the idea of those conversations. Like, how would your life look? How would your life look if you lived on your own? What would your life look like if you weren't in a relationship? What would your life look like if you were in a relationship? What would your life look like if you quit your job? What would your life look like if you moved away from where you live? All of these conversations, I'm having them all the time in my head for myself, because I think it's how we stay curious, you know? And when we get stuck in the same of, no, this is my life, and this is my house, and this is where I live, and this is what I do, you know, it's like, wow. Like, is that what you do? Like, it's like, hang on, oh no, I'm a school teacher from Hamilton. I live in this street. I was like, really? Is that it? Like, fuck, there must be more. Like, what else is there? And I'm like, if there was more for you, what would that be? If you were evolving into something new, rather than just going around and around and around. You know, like in the hotel we stay at in Shanghai, there's one of those doors and you have to jump in and it spins around in a circle and spits you out the other side. And I'm like, revolving's like, obviously it's a great metaphor for you just going around and around and around, and you're never getting out of the door. You're never stepping out into something new. You're just going around and around in a glass circle, which is kind of weird. And sometimes existing's about not being who you are. You know, it's about just putting your pants on, going to work, pleasing everyone else, instead of doing what you want and being yourself and, you know, doing new. What's something new? When was the last time you did something for the first time? I love that question. When was the last time you did something for the first time? And it's like, when did you do something? So going to China is about doing something for the first time. Going to India is about doing something for the first time for me. For everyone on my trip last week, going to China was doing something for the first time. They'd never been to China. So it was the first time for them. And I love that. So it's like, what is the thing that you're doing for the first time? What's something you've never eaten? Doesn't have to be huge. You don't have to go to the other side of the world. You might just try food you've never eaten. You might just make a recipe you've never made before. You know, instead of, what do? You have charcoals on Tuesdays. It's like, really? Tuesdays deserves more than the same fucking meal every week, you know? And people go, oh no, I like routine. I'm like, do you though, or are you scared? Do you like routine, or is that just comfort? Because if you were out of routine, would you be wobbly? Would you be scared? Being wobbly and scared. You know, excited and scared are the same energy, just a frame. It's kind of the same energy. Your heart beats, your throat goes dry, same energy. But you've been scared more than you've been excited. So when you don't even know that that's the same energy, get excited. People say to me all the time when I'm on stage, before I speak, are you nervous? And I'm like, no, I'm excited, because it's just a reframe, right? So there you go. Something to think about today, living or existing. Hope that was useful.